Hi, I'm Teresa Coates from Shannon Fabrics, and I'm here at the Fat Quarter Shop Studios, and today we're going to be making Luxe Cuddle Throws. So what you're going to need is a couple of yards of Luxe Cuddle. For this one we've chosen Luxe Cuddle Hide and Seafoam. You'll need 2 yards for the front and the back. You can choose 2 different fabrics or do the same on both sides. Either way works. You're also going to need a couple of tools. You'll need your walking foot, you'll need a stiletto, you'll need wonder clips, and you'll need flower head pins. So we're going to take we're going to have 2 cuts. So I've used a smaller cuts for this, obviously, but these are going to be large 2-yard cuts. And so when we do it with the big blanket, we're going to keep the selvages on there. We're just going to have 2 2-yard cuts. Okay, I cut exactly 2 yards. And the thing we want to do is make sure that we've got the nap running the same direction. And we're going to put these together, right sides together. And we're going to start up at the top. Okay. So pinning this, one of the things to remember is that this stuff likes to move. Cuddle is a knit fabric, and so it will want to curl and move a little bit on you. So we're just going to pin it like crazy to make it stay where we want it to stay. I like to start in the middle, and I pin these together, the raw edges. So I pin these at the center, and then on the outer edges. And then I pin in between, and I'm going to actually double pin like we do with all the cuddle projects. And we're going to pin another row down here. And then when I'm going to sew across that top, I'm going to use my walking foot and a 90-14 stretch needle, open my stitch length just a little bit, and stitch about a 1/2 inch seam all the way across the top. And as I'm sewing, I'm going to take these pins out, but I'm going to leave these in here to hold my fabric nice and steady while I sew. So once I've sewn all the way across the top, then I'm going to pin the side again, and I'm going to sew from the top that we've already stitched all the way down this edge, back stitching at the end. I'm going to do that for both sides. We're going to stitch all the way to the very end. So once I've stitched the top, the side, the other side, and I sew from the top down on both of those, then I'm going to be at the bottom. And on the bottom, I'm going to pin each side, just like I did the sides, but I'm going to leave a hole in the middle. And so I like to leave at least a hand's width apart, because you're going to need to be able to put your whole hand in there. Okay? And I mark it with 2 pins running the other direction, so I know where to start and stop. On here you can see that I've stitched it, and then I did like a little L reinforcement here to make it a nice strong seam. So when I stick my hand in here, it doesn't break those stitches open. So once I've stitched it all the way around, I'm going to turn it inside out. You can trim off these corners if you'd like, but you don't have to. Then you're going to turn it inside out. Just stick your hand in here, turn it, and we're going to pull it all the way out. Once you've got it all the way turned out, you're going to use your little stiletto, and you're going to come along here and ruffle up all this Luxe Cuddle and bring it up out of the seam. And it'll hide that side seam really, really nicely. Okay, then you're going to come around to the bottom. You're going to tuck that in here. I'm going to pin it a couple times, and then we'll just take some whip stitches and close that shut. Okay, so once we've sewn all that, then we're going to come back around, and with our walking foot still, we're going to stitch about 1 inch away from the edge to give it a nice little top stitched finish. I just use a spot on my foot or on the sewing machine bed. I look for a spot that's about 1 inch away, and I just keep this there. And it'll give it a really nice finish to it, and then you'll have a big old blanket that's easy to throw along your couch. Super great weight. It's beautiful to work with, and it's a quick and easy blanket for any situation.